Mascara trails where hope's gone wrong. A notebook waits by her glass of rye. With words she never learned to cry. Jukebox haunts some old cliche, but her story ain't found its final page. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Neon shadows where the lost still sing. One verse of truth, two lines of pain. Chasing grace in a smoky refrain. She ain't sure what the ending means. Just a bar stool and a half-written dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars, burned through nights and borrowed cars. Every open mic felt like a war, till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she rides between the teens, a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream, in a tavern full of could-have-beens. Each chorus feels like coming clean, like whiskey burning through old sin. She's still chasing what might have been, on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying is right all along. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream. She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple love, not chasing fame. She let go of neon signs for morning light and homemade wine. Yeah, that's where the dream ends and life begins. The song she wrote now lull her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums that melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go. It's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real, and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. I pictured lanes and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. So this ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars and stood up tall. Learned you don't need much to have it all. It ain't perfect, but it's by design. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Maybe the dreams change when the road gets long, but I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb, It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. Save the life I dreamed, but it's mine. I used to hear it whisper low, from back roads dust to radio, a song that told me who to be, lit up like stars in Tennessee. But now it's quiet in my chest, and I don't chase like all the rest. That dream don't call my name no more, the voice I barely reckoned for. Once it burned just like a flame, now it flickers without a name. I gave it years, I gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. Now silence don't feel quite so loud. I ain't that girl still in the clouds. That dream don't call my name no more. It don't knock on my front door. Used to run through every show. Now I let that old wind blow. It's not defeat, just something new. I'm still me, just not her too. Some dreams fade, believe a light to help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for, to find yourself then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call my name no more.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without the why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
He used to lay down around 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. but music claims traded sleep for six strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for six strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those six strings.
He stepped on stage in second-hand boots, the kind that walk through worn-out roots. The crowd was thin, the lights were dim, but she still sang like it was brimmed with every dream she'd ever known. In that bar she stood alone. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She poured it out like she'd forgotten all the no's and empty rooms, all the nights she fought the gloom. No one cheered, but still she sung. The fire inside her still burned young. She didn't chase the fame or flash, just stories carved from love and ash. A quiet girl with thunder soul, singing truth she couldn't hold. The mic might have froze in her hand, but her spirit took a stand. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. Each line she lived, not just recited. Well, the world passed by without a glance, but she gave every note a chance. 'Cause somewhere deep she still believed her voice was more than they perceived. Maybe one day they'd rewind, hear the gold they left behind. The mic was cold, but her heart wasn't. She sang for those the world abandoned. Through cracked old amps and empty floors, her song still open unseen doors. She didn't need the crowd to know her heart was always set to go. She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door, she's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything, she don't ask for feet. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, in every tight line on her face. She stitched her faith into this town, still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength all on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break a back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. Daddy said this land don't give. You take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots, said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word means more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days feel wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath these same old stars, and I still walk this rugged land with fire and heart and boots that stand. Boots learn to stand, with calloused hands, where fences roots stay deep and promises are the ones you keep. It ain't a throne, but it's still brave. This is where boots learn to stand. Now my boy's out there with a shovel and grin, kicking dust like I once did. I just smile, tip my old straw hat, 'cause I know exactly where he's at. Out here where boots are learn to stand, where boys grow up to be honest men, where storms blow This is where boots alert. Got a 6-string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung out loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I play for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I strum, and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song. 'Cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let 'em hear this song hard, loud and clear, still beating strong after all these years. If it's the last time, I'll make it count. One more shot, and I'll lay it down low.
The way she shone, there's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows
She almost said I do in Baton Rouge. I almost bought that dress in powder blue. Almost packed her bags for Austin skies, but changed her mind on the county line. She kept the letters, lost the ring, and held on tight to everything. She built a life from almost, from what ifs and near miss goes, from broken roads and borrowed time and dreams that faded out of line. She stacked the hurt and made it home out of chances she faced alone. Yes, she built a life. She almost took that waitress job, but stayed to help when Daddy sobbed. Almost wrote a song they'd play, but tore it up the very next day. She don't wear pearls or silver things, but grace hangs soft on everything. She built a life from almost, from half-closed doors and almost closed, from calls that rang but never stayed, and goodbye notes she never gave. She planted roots in shifting sand and stood up tall with empty hands. Yes, she built a life. No map, no guide, just quiet grace. 1,000 dreams she had to face, but even if they slipped away, she showed up anyway. She built a life from almost, and somehow made it matter. With every tear, twist of fate, she found her own kind of freight. Not in the winds and marquee lights, in the waves she kept the fight. She built a life from almost. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road, an old guitar and a song I wrote. Reviews full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream and the road. Motels blur into every town, neon flickers and hopes break down. And when the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mile's a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows the nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these leaves were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have to hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the glow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and the road. She tuned her strings in a quiet room. Neon flickered like a broken tune. The stage was dark, the crowd moved on, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight skies. Every chord she plays is prayer for someone who might still care. She ain't gone, she just stays still on a back road dreaming iron will. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Hope hangs on where it used to sway. Each note's a tear she hides away, waiting on a stage that lost its way. She's got gold in every phrase. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Maybe the world ain't ready yet, but she ain't learned how to forget. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, still strumming what she needs to say. If ever the silence fades away, she'll still be there come break of day, with a heart full of songs and somewhere to play. left her hometown at 17 with a guitar case and faded jeans. Chased a voice on the radio, said, "Girl, come run before you grow." That neon promise burned like June. Said not yet, but real soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Under cheap lights and a silver moon. She sings to ghosts in empty chairs with lipstick, hope, and braided prayers. Time don't lie, but hope don't move. Still waiting where the dream said soon. The coffee's cold, the rent's past due, but she won't leave that avenue. Each song she writes feels like goodbye, but she still plays and wonders why. No curtains raised, no breakthrough tune. Just echoes saying maybe soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Like a rose, it won't stop blooming. The stars ain't close, but she believes in someday stitched into her sleeves. The night grows old, the sky stays blue. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Some dreams don't break, they bend and fade, but she keeps singing anyway. Still waiting where the dream said soon. One like one soul, one honest tune. She ain't famous, but she's true, and maybe that dream's waiting too. So she stays hard out of tune. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt from this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned. No mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believe, and the sky had me to dream. I got a heart, don't charge me to dream. Might not be where I'm meant to land, but I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a own this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write. Maybe the beauty's in the fight. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn, one gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. But folks said, girl, just settle down. But she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope and her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain. The crowd may cheer, but deep inside, she's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them, though the miles America made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town. Had a notebook full of rhymes and dreams, wrote them down at 17. Every chorus was a place I'd go, every bridge a road I know. But the pages faded in the took another lane. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a melody, tiny time somehow lost. That old cassette in the glove box dust held every version of who I was. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my place in a song I forgot. Thought I'd sing 'em on a neon stage, but love came in and turned the page. Traded chords for midnight cries and lullabies and quiet nights. I don't regret the path I chose, but sometimes that old song still shows. I left my plans in a song I forgot, in a dream I chased and almost caught. Those verses lit like a wild flame were burned out soft without a name. Now I hum a tune I barely know of a girl from a long time ago. I left my plans in a song I forgot. Maybe someday I'll find that tape, but I don't need it to know my fate. I left my plans in a song I forgot, and somehow I'm thankful I did not hold too tight to a younger view. I've had a different song in you, and I still hum a tune so faint that only memory can paint. I left my plans in a song I forgot. With a broken mic and a second-hand hat, she sings to walls and empty chairs, still hoping someone out there cares. The bar lights flicker like her will, but she won't leave this Tennessee hill. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, too proud to walk away down that hill. Dreams don't feed her, rent's overdue, but heartaches taught her what's true. She's kissed goodbye 1,000 times, but still writes songs in crooked lines. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. Mama calls with worried tones, come back home, you ain't alone. But that back porch never heard her cry like these alleys and southern skies. She's poured her soul in every note, on stages where no flowers grow. strength is weighed in gold. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still standing tall when the night's chill. She don't need a silver stage, just the truth on every page. She'll fight until her last hello. Too stubborn to let go of Nashville. She wrote her truth in quiet lines by candle glow and borrowed time. A voice too soft for crowded bars, but every note held battle scars. The world was loud, she sang it low, and let her melody gently grow. She was a song the world wasn't ready for, too raw, too real to top the charts or hit the floor. No glitter shine, no radio war, just heartbeats written into chords. She was a song the world wasn't ready for. She never chased the neon stage, just poured her soul onto the page. And in that worn out notebook spine lived verses lost before their time. The crowds moved fast, they missed her grace, but heaven slowed to hear her